Hey guys, and welcome back to By Any Means Necessary. Thank you for everybody who has signed up to my channel. Thank you to everyone who has sent me a message. Right, I will go through all your messages. Right, I'll answer as many as I can, and I will like all of your messages. And say special thanks to everyone who signed up. Thank you so much for that. So I was just thinking, yeah. Um, Today we have a young lady playing in the US Tennis Open, right? Emma Raducanu, right? I'm just looking at you, Brexit, and going, well, you can't actually support her, can you? It's the racist gene again, because you can't support her because she and her family, yeah, they've chosen to be one of us. They've chosen to be British, and you don't like that, so you can't support her. Her dad's Romanian. Mm. We know how Nigel, your God, thinks about Romanians, don't we? Right? So you can't support. So you can't support her. Her mum's Chinese. Again, if it was down to you, they wouldn't be in this country, would they? They wouldn't be able to be British patriots, would they? Because they're not like you. They're not. They're patriots. They're not nationalists. You guys are nationalists, right? We've got some of the finest sports stars in the world in this country, right? And you can't support them because of your hate, because of your hateful nature. Because any of them, right, whether they was born in this country or whether they came to this country when they was young, right, you can't support that, can you? You're going to find that difficult to support. How can you support it? You wouldn't want them here in the first place, right? We've got like we've got the greatest ever F1 driver to have ever stepped into an F1 motor vehicle, Sir Lewis Hamilton, born in this country, born in the UK, Hertfordshire, I believe. Lives in Monaco now, yeah. But if I was as rich as him, I would be living in Monaco to get away from your motherfucking racist ass too. But you can't support him, can you? The racist gene again has to kick in. You say, well, no, Jackie Stewart, oh, Sterling Moss, oh, David Hill. You guys are so fucking stupid, right? None of them guys, right, are anywhere near Lewis Hamilton's league, right? He's the greatest ever standard, right? There has never been a greater driver than Lewis Hamilton, and you. I was going to say you big bunch of pussy holes, but that, you bunch of motherfucking fools, right? You can't support him, can you? Right? Because he's black, so you can't support him. How stupid do you guys feel? How stupid do you feel? Hmm? Hmm? Again, Sir Mo Farah, right? Came here from Somalia. He could have, he could have run for Somalia, but he chose to run for Britain. Chose to run for us. Chose to beat one of us. I see. As I was saying to you before, yeah, I don't understand the whole racism thing. I don't get it. Right? I do know that I'm very, very proud of all of those people. Right? Very, very proud. I'm pleased to see them raise. I'm pleased to see them raise the Union flag when they win. Very proud. Why aren't you? Why can't you be? They're patriot. These guys are real patriots. They're true patriots. Right? Especially more so like Emma Raducanu, right, and Mo Farah, because they wasn't born in this country. So that make so the love that they've got for this country makes them much more patriotic, right, than you, especially you Brexiters. Much more patriotic because you're just, as I said, you're just nationalists. So that makes them much more patriotic than you. Let me tell you something, yeah. Did you know, right, that white Africans and white West Indians, right, are much more patriotic, right, than black West Indians and black Africans? See, this is something that you would never know because you've never chose to look how the world is. But I tell you this, right? I've got an aunt, right, who was born in Grenada probably in the I think the late 40s, early 50s, right? She's got a baby with my mum's brother, right? She's my aunt, and she's lived over. She come back to this because she come to this country, yeah, in I think about 25, 30 years ago, right? She's been living in this country for that long now, right? Now, when you first meet her, yeah, visually, right, she looks like any other white woman on the street, right? When you look at her visually, but when you speak to her, yeah, she speaks with the thickest Caribbean accent you have ever heard. Remember, she's been over here 25, 30 years. The thickest Caribbean accent you've ever heard. Right, my aunt. Thickest. Right? And she's white. She's like a white woman. She's completely, she's a white woman who was born in Grenada. Right? She's come over here, never tried to get rid of her accent. No. Proud. She is the proudest Grenadian you will ever meet. You go into her house, there's big Grenadian stuff in there, right? The flag, everything, right? Up inside there, right? And as I said, she never ever tried to get rid, right, of her Caribbean accent. Never ever, right? Since when, yeah, you meet a white South African, yeah, who's tried to get rid of their South African accent? No, because they're proud and they're patriotic South Africans, right? Just like white West Indians, they're proud and patriotic people. They don't try and get rid of their accent. You come to my house, right? When I was living in my parents' house, you come to my house, right? Knock on the door, it's John there. My mum will come out with her finest English, finest. John, he's gone to the shops, right? Try to, this is what happens. West Indians and Africans, the black ones, they try and speak as English as they can, especially the ones born there. They're born in the Caribbean or in Africa, and they come here. They try and get as English as they can. White ones don't. White ones never do, because they're allowed to be, And as black people, we absolutely fully respect that. Right? We fully respect that white people can be African and white people can be West Indian. We fully respect that. There's nothing, there's no dramas there at all. We respect that. Right? Your nationalism, right? As I said to you before, I said to you in a video before, yeah. You guys need to think about how you're behaving around the world, right? The Scots, our closest brothers, not even cousins, our brothers, right, want to get away, right, from the English, right, because you stupid ass Brexiteers, yeah, keep imposing, yeah, far right governments upon the Scots, right. And let me tell you, see, Scottish nationalism as opposed to English nationalism is always fucking racist. National Front, BNP, English nationalism. Scottish nationalism, yeah, is if your motherfucking ass live in Scotland, then you're fucking Scottish. Okay? And I can tell you that, yeah, because I've had experience of this. I was in Scotland, must be I think 89 or 90. And I was in a shop, a wool shop. Yes, a wool shop. I don't know what the fuck I was doing in the wool shop, I can't even remember now. Right, but I got speaking to this really old Scottish lady, yeah, really, really old. I mean, I was speaking, and I had a couple of friends with me, and we were speaking about what it's like in Scotland, that, right? And all of a sudden, yeah, this old lady, she just stopped the conversation. Went, no, dearie, no. If you live in Scotland, then you're Scottish, dearie. That's it. She said, look at the wee fella next door, right? And when I said the wee fella, he was like a 6'4" Sikh guy, right? With a turban. And I said, look at the wee fella next door, right? She said, you will never ever find a prouder Scot than that man. He has his own tartan, right? That is Scottish nationalism. It's welcoming to everybody. All you need to do is live in Scotland. That's it. It's Scottish. Why the fuck can't English nationalism be like that? Why the fuck can't English nationalism involve all of us? Why is that? Why can't that happen? Because it's you Brexiters, yeah, who are stopping this shit from happening. You, right? You can't get behind Emma Raducanu, right? You can't get behind her because you didn't want her dad here in the first fucking place. So you can't get behind her, can you? See, the whole your whole racist gene, yeah, has just fucked you up. It's just fucked up your whole life, your whole existence. Your whole existence is waste. You're like a waste man. Waste people. Seriously. So look, let's talk about some Brexit. How's Brexit going for you Brexiters? I bet it's going a whole heap of fucking shit. Yeah? But then we have to say, well, what the hell was you expecting? Right? You do realise, yeah, that come October, I think it's October, that things are set to get even worse because Britain has to they have to start checking on imports coming in. But knowing this lot, this lot just going to say, you know what, let's just let the things through anyway, because that's all they can do. They can't. There's nothing else they can really do. Do you know what I mean? So that's all they're going to be able to do is just say, you know what, just let that stuff in, just let it slide, done. Do you know what I mean? All right. So we have to also. So you have to wonder what the hell, right? Boris Johnson is talking about another 10 years in power. Don't you think this motherfucker's done enough damage? I don't think we could take another 10 years. I'm telling you something, yeah. Another 10 years of Boris Johnson, that would be like, well, I mean, he's already put the country so far in the toilet that I couldn't see it going. Well, it couldn't go much lower than it is now anyway. I mean, I suppose we could go down to probably like, you know, the 100th leading economy in the world or something like that. But you know, he wants another 10 years, and I just say that's just some absolute crazy. That's some absolute craziness, madness. Do you know what I mean? You know. So, as I said to you, Brexiters, yeah, it's down to you, right, to change who you are, right, because this country can't move forward until you do that. We can't get no drivers. We can't get no drivers back in this country. Right? When you know our Christmas, you know they already said to us. They're already letting us know with some subtle hints, yeah, that you know your Christmas is gonna be a little bit fucked up. We know that. Busiest time of the year, right? Busiest time of the year. Even now, right? Even now, if they instructed, you know what, to allow drivers and that to come back, they wouldn't come back here. Because it's a hostile environment, so they wouldn't come back here at all. They can't come back here because you guys are too hostile for them. So it's down to you. It's down to you people. It's down to you Brexiters, right, to come up with the goods now. Well, and if you can come up with the goods on our shelves, that would be the best thing you can do. But it's down to you guys. Do you know what I mean? To change who the fuck you are. Right. Embrace in trying to embrace the world. Do you know what I mean? Because I'll tell you something, yeah, this Brexit shit is not going well for this country under any circumstances. You know, I listened to the radio the other day, yeah, and one of the presenters, who is actually a Brexiter, right, was speaking about, like, we just had a, you know, because obviously they don't really speak about it too much on the radio, especially on the radio. They don't, especially the people who made you vote for it. They don't really want to speak about it too much now. If you notice, they've all really disappeared. But obviously, the ones who work on the radio and stuff like that, they're still there, but they're not really speaking about it because they can't. They've convinced you to do something that's hurtful to you, right? So this presenter was talking about just a quick talk, a 2-minute talk about this, right? Saying that that food prices are going to be going up higher, and he's just like, oh well, you know, that's it, because you see, those people, yeah, are not going to be affected in the same way that we are going to be affected. Our Brexit and their Brexit are two complete different things, right? Your working class Brexit, right? Your middle class and your upper class Brexit they're all different. All of them are different completely. You know, the difference is like this, right? If someone from the working class, right, has mental health issues, yes, just have to go to work because you know what, you ain't got time to be crazy. If you're middle class or upper class and you have mental health issues, you take yourself off to fucking Barbados and go and lie down on the beach for 3 months. Okay, so that's the difference between us and them, right? They can do shit, right? Us, the working classes, we haven't got that option. Okay, today's Saturday, right? Today's Saturday, right? I'm in my work clothes because I'm working on the Saturday, so I'm in my work clothes. Okay, do you think that Jacob Rees-Mogg is in work clothes today? Tony Blair, David Cameron, George Osborne. Do you think any of them are in working clothes? No, no, no. They're probably off doing something nice with their family. Unlike us, the working classes, who have to get our backside out and work 6 or 7 motherfucking days a week. Okay? You see, yeah, listen, that's just how, that right there, yeah, is the difference between their life and ours. Okay? We have to work. They don't. Anyway, guys, this is By Any Means Necessary. I'm DMC John Ribs. I'm going to wrap this up now. It was a real pleasure to speak to you again. Comments below.